today we're going to be making, I'm holding up a lentil, you can't really see it, but it's got a rounded, it's in the legume family, which is the bean family because it grows in a pod. But we're going to be making a lenticular flip book. Not actually a book, but it's just a flip lenticular, they call it, and it comes from the word lentil, the Latin word, because it's actually going to be curved. So the way that you look at it, you'll be able to see two different pictures in one picture, so it should be kind of exciting. You are going to need a ruler. You're going to need to get a pencil. You're going to need some glue and you could use color pencils, crayons, anything that you like. I'm actually going to do this also as an assignment for the 3rd grade. It could be actually for any grade, but they're reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which many of you probably remember if you've already read that book with a 3rd grade class. And what they're doing is they're going to be picking 2 chapters, and how can you combine common elements in the chapters. They're reading, I think, chapters 3 and 4, but you can do any chapters you want. And they're going to be coming up with a scene to kind of summarize the chapter. But the rest of you could do whatever you want, and we're going to do something really simple, and then you can take it and make it as hard or as difficult or as easy as you'd like. So you're also going to need some just regular computer paper. I'm trying to keep it simple for you guys. And we're going to need to make these in 8 by 8. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your ruler, find the 8 inches, go to the end. Now make sure you do it the right way. You want to make sure that your ruler's on the right side. And you're going to be measuring 8 inches. I always do it 3 times. I just put like a little tick mark on there. And then I draw my ruler. I'm sorry, you're also going to need some scissors, and I'm just going to draw a straight line. Now, there is, I don't know if you guys can see that, there is my 8 inches, and I do have 2 pieces of paper because I'm going to need 2 of them. Now, you want to get your child safety scissors. I'm going to use these small ones, just because I can. And remember, you're going to just open and close, go right along the line. You want this to be as neat as possible, because you're going to be ending up gluing these together. So you got to be neat on this project. There we go. Well, that wasn't very neat, but we're going to go with that. Maybe I should have got some bigger scissors. All right, off to a good start. All right, so what we're going to do for our project is, again, I'm going to keep it super simple. We're going to do the primary colors. No, actually, you know what? Let's do something different. Let's do that. We're going to do the primary colors. You could do the primary and secondary colors. You can do the hot colors and the cool colors, but we're going to do the primary colors. So we're going to pick, does anyone remember what those are? I know you guys are probably talking at me right now, but I can't hear you. So it is red and blue and yellow, right? And what is special about these? Does anyone remember? I know there's 2 things. Number 1, you cannot make these. These exist a lot in nature. Our berries and our roots and everything like that, they come from these, our flowers and things, and that's how a lot of people used to create different colored fabric. So yes, red, so they cannot exist in nature, and you can use them to make all the other colors, which is super cool. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is let's do a simple shape, like a circle. So let me see if I can find, I'm going to use my coffee mug. Okay, take a sip. All right, we're going to just trace circles around the coffee mug. You can pick anything you want. You could just freehand it if you want. That's totally fine. And we're going to do this. Now, I did say that you could use crayons or color pencils or anything like that. I held up the marker. You can use whatever you want. Okay, so I'm gonna color in with the marker just so it's really bright. So I have my 3 circles on here. You can see they're not perfect, and that's okay. We're going to do a fun project, and then you can decide what you want to do with this. But I am going to try to color it in neat, and the way I color it in neat is I kind of lay my fat marker on the side, and I just keep going the same direction. I don't really scribble, but I try to use the marker in all of its glory. There we go, like that. So I have my red. Let me scoot this over. We don't need that in the way. We're going to take that out of the way. Okay, and we said the other one was blue, so we're going to go ahead and add blue. And again, we can do the blue, lay it flat on its side. In other ways, you can always just do an outline. Outline is a good way for hand-eye control. And you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like that. Kind of neat. Okay? And then finally, you're going to do yellow. And yellow is the last primary color. So we're going to color that in nice and neat. Real quick. Not quick, but neat. Okay. So now I have my 3 primary colors like that. Okay? Now for the next one, we're going to do the secondary colors. And the secondary colors are your purple. Actually, let's get this purple. Our purple. Does anyone else remember the other ones? So red and blue make purple, right? And then what does red and yellow make? Yes, orange. Good job. This makes orange. And then what does yellow and blue make? That was always the hardest for me growing up. I never got this one right. It's green. Verde. Okay. So we're going to do a different shape. Let's just do let's do swirls. Okay, so we're going to do swirls, and to do a swirl, you could either start on the outside and move in, or you could start on the inside and move out. So I'm going to make a nice big green swirl, and we're going to just go and make it as big. Let's make it really big. Let's fill the paper. There we go. Boop. Okay, we ended off the paper, and then let's go ahead and do our let's do our purple, and I think we'll do our purple. Well, let's see here. Let's turn right here. We're going to do our purple right here. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to swirl. Nice and big. Okay. And then we're going to do our orange. We're going to do our orange up here, I think. Orange. That's okay. There we go. Ta-da! And there's our swirls. Okay, now this is the fun part. So what we need to do now is we need to make sure. Oh, you know what I did? I forgot to make this an 8 by 8. So one side I can tell is an 8. Is an 8 by 8, or actually is an 8 inches. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's actually backwards for you. But the other side, I forgot. So we're going to have to go ahead and measure that, because a regular computer paper is 8.5 by 11. So we have to cut off that half part. So again, I'm going to measure my paper. I'm sorry about that, guys. But you know what? We're all growing. This is fabulous. So we're going to go ahead and measure. And now we have an 8 by 8. We got to cut it, trim it up. We should get better scissors, but we're going to go with these. So we can't complain. Just happy with what we have. There we go. Okay, we had to trim off a little bit. So let's double check. So now we have, now again, it's going to be backwards. But it's going to be 8 by, I apologize, I haven't figured that out on my camera, 8 by 8. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to be measuring, we're going to turn them over, okay? We're going to start with the first one that we did. We're going to turn it over, and we're going to be measuring 8 inches, or 1 inch intervals. So we'll have a total of 8 lines on our paper, actually probably 7. So we're going to start at the top, and we're going to just lay our ruler down, make sure it's at the end, and we're going to do 1 inch, and 2 inches, and 3 inches, and 4 inches, and 5 inches, and 6 inches, and 7 inches, and then we should have 8. Okay, and we're going to do it again. Because remember, Miss Neal likes to have her lines line up. So 1 inch, and 2 inches, and 3 inches, 4 inches, and 5 inches, and 6 inches, and 7 inches. If you don't know how to do this, you could have your mom or dad help you, or an older brother and sister. Because remember, we like to get along when we're away from school, remember? Okay, so there's 1. Then we're going to draw another line, 2. We're just going to basically attach our lines together. And 3, and 4. Oops, I lost my line. There it is. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, well actually just 7. Okay, so this is what your paper should look like. And then what I want you to do is I want you to label it. You're going to label your paper. You're going to count down. So starting on the left side, you're going to do 8, and then 7, and then 6, and then 5, and then 4, and then 3, and then 2, and then 1. So you can label it like that. And of course it's going to be backwards, so this might be hard. You guys do your best. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure out our inches. So we do 1 inch, and 2 inch, and 3 inch, and 4 inch, and 5 inch, and 6 inch, and 7 inch. And then we're going to do the same thing down here. This is great. We're doing math, and we're doing science, and we're doing art all together, because that is how our world is. God made all these things to work together because He's amazing that way. Okay. And we're learning, what else are we learning about? We're learning about plants, which are one of my favorites. Okay. I'm just drawing my lines. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm not doing a good job keeping it in there. And I'm doing the exact same thing, like that. Okay, and you could kind of see the design in the background. Okay, this time I'm going to start over here because I don't think you could count down by the letters of the alphabet. So I'm going to start on the right side. I'm going to move to the left. So I'm going to do A, and then B, and then C, and then D, E, F, G, and H. Okay, like that. Okay, and now I'm going to cut them. And I'm going to cut them one at a time because I want to make sure that I cut them on the right line, and I keep them together. So there's 1 strip, 2 strips. La 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 la. Remember, keep your fingers out of the way. This is going to be real cool. You can also do this over several days because you might get tired, or you might have to take a little break because it is a kind of a bigger project. But you might do the drawing one day, and then you might do the lines the next day. Then you might want to cut it all out and assemble it. So we're also going to need a really big piece of paper, and some of you may not have that. It has to be an 11 by 17, which is it's called a legal size paper. And if you don't have it, what I have discovered is a 12-pack of soda we could cut that up for that to be the right size. So I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. Okay, so there's those, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. So go ahead and cut all these shapes up. This is good exercise for your hands. I can tell already my hands haven't cut in a while. I'm getting nice big muscles. Oops. So keep going. Isn't this fun? I think I might put this on fast forward when we do the editing. Okay, gotta make it nice and neat. Nice and neat. Alrighty, we're almost done. Okay. Alrighty. Now we have all our strips from our different projects here. I'm just going to put them up here for now. Just keep them in their piles. And this is what I was telling you about is the soda bar. So if you open this up like this, you can actually measure out 11 by 17. And so I've already done that, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it because I just wanted, for the sake of time. So I'm going to go ahead and cut along my box. I've done this backwards. There we go. All right, and we're just going to cut using our age-appropriate scissors, which I did not do, so it's a little harder. I feel like I'm using tiny ones. Okay, and then we're going to cut up here, right along there. All right, and then we're going to just cut right along here. That's my measure tube. And I wouldn't worry about the handle where it's this little guy right here. I wouldn't worry about that because when we glue it on, you won't even be able to tell. And I would definitely measure it out. Your 11 by 17, so that this goes this way and not that way. Okay, I'm going to move that out of the way and this out of the way. Oops, there we go. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to glue them in order, but we're going to do it in reverse. So we need to do the A first. And remember, you just want to do little itty bitty. You want to open your glue up, righty tighty, lefty loosey, and then you want to listen for that sound. That means da 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 da. It's open. All right. Remember, a little bit of glue. I know some projects we're going to actually use more, and I would just do a strip down the middle. Okay, and we're going to just start at the end. Make sure we have this. Yeah, we're going the right way. We're going to do A first. So find your A. Okay, and I'm going to glue mine right here, so it's kind of towards the edge there. Put these out of the way so you guys can see. I did have some crayons and colored pencils. I think we're having a hard time seeing this. Shift it over a little bit. All right, and then we're going to do 1. So let's find 1. So A and then 1. Let's lay them all out so we can see them. There's 1. And then 1's next, and we're just going to do a big line of glue. And that's going to be our second one. And we're going to put that one here. So we'll go right up to it. So far we have it, oopsie, that didn't work like this. Okay, and then we're going to do B. So we're going to basically do A1, B2, C3, D4. Does that make sense? Okay, C4. Let's see, we just did 2. And I'll put the instructions on here so you guys can get it. So it's going to be A1, B2, C3, D4, E5, F6, G7, and H8. so far. All right. Show you real quick another way that you can use this project. Is you can use it with language arts, one of your projects. You can use it with anything. You can do so many cool things with this. Of your letters. It's been a while since I counted my alphabet, guys. This box actually works fabulous. If you guys have these, use it. This is like, I think is going to be perfect for what we're doing. So save your boxes. Remember, I think cardboard would be a little bit too stiff. If you have poster board or anything like that your mom and dad don't mind using, that would work great too. But let's go ahead and do this. Almost done, almost done. You could tell that you don't need quite as big of a box, but it creates kind of a good, background because it's stiff. Do this one. All right. Do the last one, yay. Okay. It's falling down. This is my grandpa's table, actually my great-grandfather. Uh-oh, I ran out of space. That's okay. I'm just going to glue that last one on there. So I would start at the edge. I didn't start at the edge.